It's week 4 of the National Football League. And up next, we'll see Jalen Hurts. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball. 4 touchdown throws. It's the Eagles and the Commanders, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that 2nd win in a row.
But meanwhile, for the visiting Commanders, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
Now,
seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
and he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now a man picked up on draft night this year, DeAndre Swift, and taken down just shy of the 40. The numbers for him from a week ago: 24 carries, 131 yards, and also the score.
How about the first month of the season for him? He leads the league in rushing, so you know his confidence is at an all-time high, which means his offensive line loves it too. They'll get more opportunities to run block for him.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. You talk about this Washington defense. And they come into top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. On fourth down, Aaron Siposs on to punt for Philadelphia. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. Bringing them out is a guy who has spent a decade as a starter in this league, the 2019 Comeback Player of the Year, Ryan Tannehill.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now the second-year man from Alabama, it's Brian Robinson. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Robinson with another carry. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks. And plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield. All you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ballgame. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. That is incomplete. The Eagles at 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they move back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year because when they're their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On the option to give to Swift here. And effective running here. They'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Throwing is Hurts. He'll get this off to Swift. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Quez Watkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pretty clearly, and they got it done there.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Danny Johnson returning. Here comes Johnson on the return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, They had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. At the 20.
Here's Tannehill. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Fair catch signal for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. You talk about this Washington defense. Yeah, they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
Hurts. That is caught. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, #1, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Here's Hurts to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for him. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
This pass hauled in by Dotson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Dotson's somebody who can turn any catch into a big play. That's why Washington took him 16th overall in 2022, and that's what he showed in a strong rookie season. Expect a big jump for him in year 2.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On the counter, this is Robinson. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Tannehill. This pass into the hands of Turner. And he has another 1st down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 36.
1st down, Washington.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. From the 33, here's second down at 7. Tannehill. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. To the air again, Tannehill. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer third, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
At the 26-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. As they've got it as we resume action. They go play action with Hurts. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Able to fight through one tackle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
On second down, Swift. And once again, the Commander defense stout against the run game. They drop him for a second straight play. Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Hurts. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And this is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. And he's got it. But he doesn't quite make it, taking it with an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Swift is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. He finds his man. Complete. That's Hodges. So the completion good for just 3. And it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
Robinson up the middle. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Tannehill on third down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Hassan Reddick in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. On the return, it's Rodgers. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really take it right down Broadway. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. This 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
And they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Now Hurts going to keep it running left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Well, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Washington on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is third and 11. They're going to look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Roughing the passer, defense.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. On the option to give to Swift here. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Looked like a pretty smart decision that time to keep the football out of quarterback.
It was, because you saw how the runner got swarmed. So you got to pull the ball from his arms, keep it yourself, and get what you can. And the most underrated player on this play is the running back. Because even if he doesn't have the ball, he has to act like he does in order to attract the defense.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. On the option to give to Swift here. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 21-0. Johnson now returning. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Washington offense set to take over. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
To throw is Tannehill. Quick slant, Dotson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he is not going to get the first down as they'll spot this at about the 28. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
I bet they thought they had picked that one up, because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Rodgers to return it. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. DeAndre Swift and the Eagles back out there. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. Throwing is Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. This a 2nd and 8. Hurts. His throw incomplete.
I think the defenders have to feel pretty good. Even though the ball was tipped in the air and could have become a big play for the offense, they actually won one because the guy flinging it today, he's having quite the performance. A couple of touchdown passes, almost threw his first interception, but he's throwing it so well that I think Lady Luck was on his side. And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. That's out wide here for Robinson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Tannehill on first down. Forced out to his left. And some room to run now. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Tannehill. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. As the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. And Ron Rivera, he's going to keep the offense on the field. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. Here's Tannehill. So that means they're down. Touchdown, Washington. Cole Turner. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half. And with a 21-7 lead already in their hip pocket, probably not a time to get too creative or inventive here. We'll see. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as we say goodbye to September and take a look around the NFL here on this first day of October. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And it's the Bills with the lead in the second quarter. Jarvis Landry, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. The Panthers seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Broncos trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. The Eagles got a solid first half from last year's MVP runner-up, Jalen Hurts. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
Tannehill's throw complete to Dotson. We'll get an injury stoppage, and it appears to be the wideout, Jahan Dotson. He's the one shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Tannehill. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now a 2nd and 10. They'll run again here with Robinson. Room here to run. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 52 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the first half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the third and then carry that over to the fourth.
I like that. Recalibrate. Strong.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Throw left side complete. That's Turner. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Tannehill now to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Commanders are back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Sly on for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Swift going to try up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47. This now a 3rd and 4. Here's Hurts to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Rodgers on the return. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Eagles to take over. They were winners a week ago over the Bucs. They lead here as well as they come up on 1st down. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. 75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
At the 34-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's the option. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards that time and a 1st down on the keeper. It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
At the 47-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Quick slant to Brown. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 30. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's got it down to the 28. Now hang on here because DeAndre Swift injured on that last play and in need of a little assistance. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 8. Play action. Here's Hurts. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. But a big-time drive in that situation.
Touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And the Washington offense going back to work. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
He'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle couldn't bust him free. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Robinson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 14, first down, Commanders.
Obviously an important run to avoid the 3-and-out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation, pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit, too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
That'll throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 36 yards on the play.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
On first down, it's Tannehill. Out route here, he finds Turner. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11. Back to the ground with Robinson. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Here's Tannehill. And Tannehill's got the first as he slides to a hole. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down. face if you want to get back into the game. These are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. Robinson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Well, we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. But hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Sly able to put this one through, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter. 2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And they get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Penny, a 1st down carry to about the 48-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles 1st down as he'll take this down inside the 45. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 40.
Throwing is Hurts. Out route pass complete to Goddard. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Hurts sets up to throw it. Shoves him aside. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Hurts. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington 16. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up second down.
And 4 at the 10-yard line.
From the gun, here's Swift. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll set up to throw. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And the Eagles are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Here's Swift. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. One more time with Swift. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. They go play action with Hurts. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Washington offense back out there. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop it.
And that's what the Eagles have been looking for out of the big defensive tackle from Georgia. No sacks as a rookie, but with his athletic ability, there are big plans for him going forward.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 14. Pressure, they got him again. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, that shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
From the gun, it's Hurts. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. going to be caught. Front Eagles touchdown. Quez Watkins, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Eagles are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Tannehill. And that is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Tannehill able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington first down. And an exhale there as they convert on 4th. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. That's complete to Turner. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
25 yards. First down, Washington.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
You see this a lot on corner blitzes because they don't often get a shot at the quarterback, so they want to take it when they can. But this time, the hit came too late. Easy call for the official.
Here's Tannehill. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Again, Tannehill. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Now Tannehill on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
Tannehill. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do. Late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Here's Hurts to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 99 yards on the ground here for Swift, and he's got a first down as well.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at their 49-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
Charles, you think about this victory, pretty impressive. They came in facing one of the top defenses in the National Football League. Not only did they get the win, they played a clean football game, didn't have any turnovers against that great defense.
Yeah, it's a terrific observation because, you know, they emphasize ball security, wanted to avoid making any major mistakes playing against that tough defense, and they were turnover-free.